Passive with goodbyes, I'd rather you tell them. But now the truth is I've digressed from all the feelings, so it's forever though. But my mama's son is missing. Ain't no telling, do they love or did they kill him? The dominoes have fallen, we can't go back to beginning. This existential crisis, the reason I cannot keep competing and keep on living. So it's back against the world. Seeing all your value once you've won. Sing along, man. Come on, by now people gotta know the lyrics to these things. I'm not gonna saying I've been playing it, you know, enough for people to have caught on, maybe? No? Alright, then we're gonna keep spamming the music. Jeez. Right? Let's spam it right now. Shameless plug, goddammit. Susie, this one I titled it Susie. I titled it oh shit, we're still at 85 views for 1 year. Telling you, my nigga, I really ain't shit. I'm in this love, I'm really not that bad. Let's run it up. I'm saying, so this one right here titled Susie. The beat is titled Susie. Like, I titled everything off of the, you know, the name of the beat and things like that. So that's off of season 7. Look at that, season 7. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to this is not like the kind of like music talk or whatever before people click off or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I actually wanna, you know, address my, I don't know, Gen Z's, Gen Alphas? No, maybe not Gen Alphas yet. They probably don't, they're not at that stage of life where they can afford maybe some sort of YouTube premium sort of prescription so that they constantly consume YouTube, maybe, you know what I'm saying? So let me for now address the Gen Z's, because I see the scene is really dire when it comes to marriage. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to even having kids. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. None of these youngins is having kids and they see no value in being married. I was literally asking this one girl, bro, at my work spot. She just she recently got hired, right? And she's one of the young ones. She's doing, you know, they're doing, it's a group of them, right? So they're doing this student, it's a learnership program. Student program? No, it's a learnership program giving, you know, youngins opportunities to, you know, gain some experience so that they can hop into the work market and the workforce, you know. Dark as that is looking right now as well, but you know, it's a pretty little cool little opportunity for the youngest to come, you know, start somewhere and making something out of yourselves. But so I'm talking to one of these groups of one of, you know, these people that came in as a result of this learnership program at my work spot. So I'm asking her now, you know what I'm saying? She's around like 20, 21, maybe 19. Like, I just got to assuming the age. She's like 03, born 03, 04, something like that. Y'all can do the math. So, you know, I was just like asking her on some shit, like, yo, how do you feel about like marriage? And matter of fact, I don't know how it got there. It just got there, right? She's like, bro, that shit is ass. Like, I see, like, it's nothing. I don't see no hope in it. Da da da. Because the one thing I wanted to try and achieve with that is I wanted to see if reality, right, or life on the ground matches online talking heads and narratives. You see what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to see if that match is consistent. And bro, like, I'm disappointed to admit that it is. Now, disappointment in the fact that maybe, bro, getting into marriage may bring the best out of you. I'm saying may bring the worst out of you. Hey, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore now, the one honest question I want to pose to y'all: what do y'all think marriage is like for real, for real? Like, just individually, you guys that are like watching the content right now, right? What do you, like, or whoever bumps into this video, really? Do you think marriage really is for quitters? Or, you know, is it for winners? Right? Now, quitters in what sense? What are you talking about, Phrase? Look, quitters in, look, I've been trying this whole thing of self-sufficiency, being by myself, da da da, you know what I'm saying? I see my limitations, right? So basically by that, is it for those that realize their own limitations and restrictions, and they see how they can advance with somebody by their side who can just like supplement this journey? You feel what I'm saying? Like, make it easier, make it more convenient, because they realize it's finna be longish. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, you might be working so hard, you like, yo, all this hard work, where is it supposed to land? You know what I'm saying? With nobody like to inherit it. So You know what I'm saying? You might look at it that way. So I'm quitting just trying to hold shit up by myself. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be the Superman, trying to be the superhero, Superman, woman, whatever the case, right? Or is it for winners? People who realize that there's actually winning in the strategy, or benefit. Let me not say winners, but like benefit, like more benefit than not. You know what I'm saying? Do you realize that in the strategy of getting somebody to stick with the whole time? So partnership. You feel what I'm saying? Partnership, basically. You've seen the winning method in partnership and you're like, you know what? I can win even more. So basically, AKA, I feel like it can bring the best out of me. With whatever expression that can look like. You understand what I'm saying? Do you think it's really for winners or like quitters? And look, the perspective of how you look at things is what's gonna determine whether you see marriage, it being for quitters, as a positive or negative thing, or you seeing it as being for winners as a positive or negative thing. Look, I could tell you one thing. With things like marriage, bro, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and like expand the whole scope of things to say even maybe trying to be loyal to friendship, right? Best friends and things like this, and just keep that whole dynamic solid. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it going, keeping it strong, keeping it moving. Feel me? There's one thing I feel like could be considered in making it work, like regardless of what generation is engaging in these sort of principles, you know, one of them being marriage, or the idea of marriage. That's what I just brought in front of y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? I would bring an element that is important, you know, in making this thing at least appear authentic, right? Appear real, organic, because there's a whole lot of performative arts that's going on these days when it comes to like relationship building. You know what I'm saying, going on dates, maybe romantic relationships, you know what I'm saying, sometimes even friendships, bro, damn near. I'm saying maybe best friendship, bro. I'd even stretch it to like family dynamics, brother. Performative arts everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And so, but then now for you to maybe see beyond that and see that, you know what, this is something real because I see it from an authentic point of view. You know what I'm saying? Pattern recognition could be something that gets you there. So recognizing somebody's patterns. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we make this thing, at least from my authentic sort of decision making, and saying, yo, I want to stick with this thing, or I even want to jump into it, being somebody young, being, you know, somebody from a Gen Z point of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm myself, no, I'm not Gen Z, I'm young millennial, right? So 96, right? Do your homework. I'm like the last of like the millennials or whatever, or maybe whatever, bro. But I'm not Gen Z, right? So, but I'm just making an example, saying, yo, for somebody like me who's trying to like dip into these kind of waters, like, I'd say, like, I'd put it to you that pattern recognition is like the knife that could cut through all of the illusion that may come with the performative arts of this shit, right? Pattern recognition, what do I mean by that? Because patterns, bro, somebody's patterns and habits and routines and things like that, they say a lot more about somebody than their words. You know what I'm saying? Your inclinations, brother, like your heart's what your heart nudges you towards. You feel what I'm saying? You get plenty examples of people who talk about, nah, you know what I'm saying, I don't like XYZ or whatever, I don't like it. Maybe, for example, when females like get the hoeing and females get the 304 in and just like going wild, acting like wild animals, and just like throwing it to everything that walks and just like eats up everything that walks. And you know what I'm saying? And then you come to me, you know what I'm saying? I know, okay, I don't know, I'm not too sure if y'all have come across friends that could tell you, or maybe, you know, advise you like, yo man, you know, XYZ person is dangerous, don't even attempt that. Like, if I were you, I wouldn't, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard of like all these atrocious stories that they've, you know what I'm saying, been a part of, and da 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 da. And then I'd be like, all right, cool, like, but why are you telling me this? Yo, dog, like, looking out for you, nigga. You're my best friend, bro. Like, I have to make sure that you're on the right side of reality. You feel what I'm saying? Reality checking you right now. Nah, cool. Alright, fuck it. Then I just like, you my mans, right? I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust your word. And then, okay, cool. I look the other way. I kill off my efforts to kind of go for person A. You know what I'm saying? And then you've warned me, like I trust you've warned me, right? So I look the other way only for you to go and go hit that and go run towards that and go make sure that, oh, and I need that for myself. That's why I done told him that, yo, not to go, you know what I'm saying, so that I can have the hope for myself. You understand what I'm saying? And then you like, okay, I mean, okay, you know what? I don't want to put myself in that example. Let's say this guy, right, who was going for this hoe, right, that the friend warned guy A about, only for the guy that was warning guy A to not go for that friend, for that hoe, only for him to go for her. And then now what's supposed to happen? This guy right here is like, you know what I'm saying? He's obviously gonna recognize that sort of action that happened. The words were different. It's like, yo, bro, these hoes is bad. If I were you, I wouldn't even go for that. Only for you to go turn around and go for that, right? So what was more important there? The nigga's word or the nigga's deed? Right? That's the point I'm trying to. That's the point I'm trying to drive y'all towards with this whole pattern recognition thing. And I feel like it's, you know, it's the biggest thing you got, like one of the biggest things to go off of in terms of, because now we look, I'm not even talking about people who are in marriage. This question that I posed is not people who are already married, already in some sort of situation where, you know, you lock down and blah blah blah. But just, you know, people who are looking into it, especially like the youngins, you know what I'm saying, the Gen Zs and everything like that. You know, to be like, yo, like, because you ask me, bro, like, there's nothing that I can like measure in terms of being like, yo, okay, that's what's real about stuff, you know, that's what's real about this sort of connection when we're talking marriage. Even like just romantically, everything is performative, my friend. Shit is so draining, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Myself, bro, I used to be an individual that, like, you know, I fantasized on, like, you know, the whole big family thing, you know, plenty kids, probably. I mean, I just recently realized, yo, that whole plenty kids thing, it's dependent on the kind of future that you finna project, that you about to project. And you being able to handle that or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it could go according to the vision that I'm building right now. I'd be like, okay, according to my vision, I can start off having kids because I know whatever it is I'm building on, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's still dependent on that. So I'm not sure in terms of that. Now, like, a whole lot of things, a whole lot of my views have changed in terms of, yeah, the whole creating a family in that sense, you know, of like getting married, courting somebody right. Getting married, have a whole bunch of kids. I remember I used to, you know, with one of my exes of the past, you feel what I mean? And I'm only saying this because the weird thing is that, you know, I've never, like, I'm one individual. I wouldn't make things official. I'd only let the patterns drive us there, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pattern guy, bruh, because it's somebody's actions, and it's the actions that I want you to see from me towards you, that, like, I want that to speak louder than at least your word. Like your word could be pure too. Like, yeah, do make your word your bond. Make your word purity. But you know what I'm saying? Just, I've always been a guy, like, I just let the deeds and just like the patterns of what's going on lead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm me talk good game, whatever, so that you can stick around. But you know what I'm saying? With that being said, yeah, I you know, I was hoping, you know, how can I put this? I was hoping to build like a huge ass family, maybe 6+ kids, 6 minimum kids going forward, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The whole little cute little thing. Yo, a whole lot of that has been just reformed. Understand what I'm saying? Because of just like the progression of time. This was obviously, I'd say like exactly, no, 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago now. 8 years ago, you know what I'm saying? And to think how things have drastically changed from them, like people's POV and just their idea and attachment to things like, you know, the traditional family structure, the traditional going from romantic to establishing this whole family structure to, you know what I'm saying, staying married, and basically the concept of happily ever after. I don't even think that, you know, we will be seeing that in like fairy tales of the future or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like putting this question towards y'all, man. You know, it's not really a moral of the story. It's like a question of your morals. Maybe, I don't know. Not morals, but you know, when it comes to principles like the marriage dynamic. I'm saying, how do y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like it's for winners or it's for quitters? Alright, cool. Let's get to the next segment of like videos though. Hold on. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff, man. I really appreciate that type stuff, man.